Hi students, in this video we'll be solving one more problem on percentage. So the problem states that the population of Uttarakhand is 19 lakhs 57,263 in the year 2010. There's a steady growth rate of 20% population at the start of every year, point to be noted, and a death rate of 8.33% at the end of every year. However, Uttarakhand witnessed a flood in the year 2013, due to which the effective death rate was R%. The population after the floods was still 21% more than the population of 2010. Find the value of R. Assume that the growth rate in population for 2013 was, as usual, 20%, and that floods accounted for all the deaths in that year. Okay, so let's assume that, look, we have the number of population in Uttarakhand, but let's assume this as X, okay? So, or maybe 100X for the simplicity in calculation, right? So the population in 2010 was, let's assume 100X. Now, at the start of every year, the population increases by 20%, which means at the start of year, the population becomes 1.2 times 100X, which is equals to 120X. Now, at the end of every year, the population shrinks by 8.33%. Now, 8.33%, we can see that 8.33% is equal to 1 by 12, right? So if the population shrinks, or because of the death rate is 8.33%, it means the population shrinks by 1 by 12. So we can say that the shrinkage in population after the end of year 2010 is going to be 1 by 12 of 120x. Okay, so the shrinkage is 120x by 12, that is 10x. Now, after the shrinkage, the population will become how much? 120x minus 10x, that is going to be equal to 110x. So 110x is the population at the start of 2011. Okay. Now, similarly, again, if you see, this particular cycle continues, and because of this cycle of birth, like because of the growth rate is 20% and the shrinkage rate is 8.33%, the effective increase in population every year is 10%. Okay, that we have seen, because 100x was the initial population. After the end of the year, it has become 110x. So the overall increase in the percentage population is 10%. So we can again say that in 2012, the number is going to be 110x into 1.2 into 7 by 8. Sorry, into, if I do the calculation right, 1 minus 1 by 12, right? Now, again, if I do the calculation, it will be 110x into 1.2 into 11 by 12. Post simplification, this will become 121x. So 121x will become the population at the end of 2012. Now, what happened is, in 2012, like after 2012, when 2013 started, there was a flood. And because of that flood, the death rate spiked. And after 2013, the population is 21% more than the population that Uttarakhand had in 2010. So in 2010, Uttarakhand had a population of 100x. And in 2013 also, like at the end of 2013 also, the population is 121x. Okay. So we can say that at the end of 2012, the population is 121x, right? And at the end of 2013 also, the population is 121x. So because of the growth rate and because of the death rate, because of flood, the overall change in the population in 2013 is 0, right? So the growth rate in population is the same. That is how much? 20%. Okay. 20% means 1.2 times. So obviously the shrink rate will be 1 by 1.2 times, which means 5 by 6. So the shrinkage is equals to how much? 1 minus 5 by 6, which is equals to 1 by 6. So it means out of every 6 people, 1 people died. So the shrinkage rate in 2013 was 16.67%. So the value that we intend to find out, that is the death rate in 2013, which is inclusive of the flood and everything, and flood accounts for all the death. So the value of R is going to be 16.67 percentage. So how we have found this one out? We have first found what is going to be the total number of people before 2013, like just before 2013, and after the end of 2013, what's the total number of people, what's the change, and what are the factors which are influencing the change, which means the growth factor and the shrinkage factor. So here the shrinkage factor and the growth factor, they have nullified each other. So though there was an increase in the population by 20% because of the growth rate, there is also a shrinkage in the population by 16.67%. And that is exactly the reason why the population has become exactly the same as the population at the end of 2012. So if we analyze the options, option C only provides the value 16.67. Hence, we can say that option C is the right choice. So hope students, you have understood the concept well. We'll see you in the next video. Thank you.